I know that to write this book, there had to be such a level of transparency. And to pick up where Sister Jeannie left off, she talked about fear, right? Fear didn't go away. And I remember as we, first opened up your program, you even had someone who shared encouraging words. And I think it was Joshua 1:9, where God said to be of good courage, right? And I found that so profound and so fitting in what Sister Jeannie was just sharing, because the fear doesn't go away, but the fear didn't overpower you.
Mhm.
And that's so important, right? Because courage is basically standing up in the presence of fear and doing what you know you needed to do. So there is something that was in you that was saying, I need to go forward. I need to write this book. I need to do this. You went from a place of denial and pretending that things were okay to actually facing that there was something blocking you and hindering you from really fully tapping into who Yvette really was called to be and burst out of. So my question is, like, what was happening in your life that made this book necessary? How did this come into fruition? How did you birth this book?
Okay. Honestly, I can say that life was just happening all at once. I was dealing with health challenges. Remember, I'm not giving away my whole book, but you can find this on the back. But I was dealing with health challenges, caregiving, family responsibilities, work, and still trying to be strong for everybody else. So on the inside, I looked okay, but on the inside, I was drained. I was fading and I was quietly falling apart. I started writing because I needed a place to process what I was feeling and something to help me hold on to my faith instead of losing myself. So, really, I wrote this book because I was the strong one who finally broke. I needed reminders, prayers, and real life tools to help me heal and keep moving forward. And then in the process, I realized that other women needed this too. And that season made this book necessary, and God's grace made it possible.
I
Amen.
love that response.
Amen.
I love that response. And I think that's something that a lot of us ladies, a lot of us women identify with, right? We just keep going and going and going. And sometimes it just feels innate, like you said, right? You're just a strong one, not really by choice. Others of us, we just keep packing it in. We keep doing everything that we're supposed to do, that we're called to do, that is expected of us. And you don't really take that time to process. You don't take that time to reflect. So what I heard was, you know, you didn't want to lose your faith. You didn't want to lose your sense of self. You needed that
Mhm.
guidance, and you paused for a moment and you started to write. You started to think about what you were feeling. You were trying to, really give that time, that initial moment, that not initial, but the intentional moment aside to really process all that you were feeling and that you were going through. And I know that some of that emotion, some of those things that you were trying to unpack within yourself revolved around grief, right? Not to get into details of your book, but
Mhm.
we also know that it was a very challenging time for you even recently in your life with your mom transitioning. So what did you learn about grief that surprised you in this whole journey?
Amen. So what I actually had a little pause. Could you repeat the question? Because I think I was frozen for a second.
Absolutely. So,
Mhm.
what did you learn about grief that
Okay.
surprised you as you were reflecting and as you were writing?